Why is writing everything down when you're trying to achieve a goal, let go of a bad habit, understand your past, get rid of blocks? Why is it so crucial? Hey, David Essel here, David Essel's Daily Video Boost. Welcome aboard. Remember to take notes, write everything down. Don't trust your brain. And then do one thing today you'd rather not do. So in one of our best-selling books, we talk about a story of a guy that he wanted to work with me and he wanted to write a book. And so I had asked him on the very first session, he said, I've been working on this book for 5 years and I think it's really ready to be birthed and to create this great opportunity for abundance and to help other people. And I said, awesome. Come on in, let's start working together. So he joined for 8 weeks. He came in the very first week. I said, okay, let me see your outline. And he looked at his head and he pointed, he goes, it's right here. I said, right where? He said, it's right here in my brain. I've been going over and over it for 5 years now. And I said, and that's why you haven't published a darn thing. And that's why, we found out that he was outrageously nervous to be judged by others, to be criticized by others. So he was living in a fantasy world, right? The minute I asked him to start writing things down, in 2 weeks he had to come back with a complete outline of the book. And I teach people how to write outlines. In 2 weeks he had to come back with a complete outline of the book. And when he came back with the outline of the book, he was blown away. He couldn't believe how scattered it was. He couldn't believe how he had 14 or 15, no, it was 15 chapters. He had 15 chapters and that it wasn't organized at all. And he handed it to me and he said, this is an absolute nightmare. I said, I know. That's because we aren't doing the writing, right? So when we started at the end of 8 weeks, he had an incredible outline. He went on to write his book and it was easy to write because he had such a powerful outline. He would have stayed stuck for another 10 years if he didn't do exactly what we talk about. You've got to write things down. There was another individual I was working with who had extremely low confidence, extremely low self-esteem. And when I was talking to him about where it came from, he goes, oh, I remember where it came from. I was belittled in front of class by a 5th grade teacher. And he went on. And I said, okay, well, that could be it. Why else would you have low self-esteem? And he goes, that's it. He said, I've never had any other experiences of people embarrassing me. So I said, okay, we'll do this homework assignment. He goes, nah, it's not necessary for me to write because I just told you what happened and I know that's the only experience. And I said, okay, well, listen, just flatter me. Go home and ask yourself the question, were there other events in life in which I was embarrassed or put down or made fun of? He came back the next week with a list of 25 things. 10 was his mom embarrassing him in front of his friends from the ages of 4 to 15. There was another 10 of a girl that he dated that would make fun of him in front of others because she had zero personal power, so she only felt powerful when she was putting other people down. The rest is history. As he was reading them to me, which I ask a lot of my clients to do as an exercise, he broke down hysterically crying. It was the biggest breakthrough of his life. Don't trust your brain. If you want to write a book, if you want to go after a new career, a new lover, change in your body, you've got to write it down. If you have blocks of insecurity, you've got to write down where they came from. If you have addictions, you've got to write down when they started, how they started, and then how are we going to heal them. Okay, if you need help with any of this, writing is the key to success. Email me directly at this video or via our website. We have an incredible amount of programs to offer for you to work with me one-on-one at talkdavid.com. It's time to rock.